There is a really cool community here. I invested a lot of time and money into this. I made it to a job where I get paid to fly airplanes. I was like, man, I thought all the check ride nerves were gonna be gone after I'd get them, but you just like have it for other people. Come take a discovery flight with me. 0.7 hours in the sky, flying around PB.
Hey guys, it's Matthew from Sling Pilot Academy. Our Leap of Faith series highlights students and instructors from Sling Pilot Academy so they can tell their inspiring stories about where they started and how they've become a pilot. Stick around to hear some great advice. What's your name and what are you working on?
My name is Zachary and I'm working on being a CFI.
Before enrolling at Sling Pilot Academy, what was life like for you?
I was living in New York. I was an actor in New York and Minneapolis before that. After the pandemic, it was a lot of side gig jobs and a lot of kind of bosses and like working 2-3 jobs. Yeah, it kind of came a time that I was putting all of those, making all those sacrifices for like doing something I love to do a couple weeks out of the year. I was grinding.
After that, what was the exact moment that you kind of realized you wanted to pursue aviation seriously? Like, where did that switch happen for you?
My sister-in-law, the flight attendant for Sun Country, she got my brother a discovery flight for his 40th. I, called him up, happy birthday, and he's like, oh, you really should do this, and they make good money, and you like to travel, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, everyone's trying to get me not to be an actor for ever. But it kind of stuck in my head, and I thought I'd just research it. I looked into it, I was like, okay, what do you gotta do? It was like, oh, you gotta do these ratings, and yeah, I researched it 30 hours a week, and on Google Maps just searched flight school on like every major city going east to west, and then I finally found Sling, and then it seemed obvious after that.
That's a lot of time you put into finding every major city along the way,
Yeah.
and only to get all the way to the West Coast.
I know.
You kind of talked about how you were pursuing acting before. Was being a pilot something you'd always wanted to do, or did it only just really come up later in life?
No, I never even once considered it. Like, I love traveling so much. It never even occurred to me that being a pilot was something that people could just choose to do. I thought it was like being in the CIA or something, where someone would just be like, oh, you got the right stuff, kid. Have you ever thought about being a pilot?
Was there a specific event or conversation that you had that really kind of like pushed you over the edge for getting started with flight training?
No, I wouldn't say there was a specific conversation. I did talk to, I talked to current and retired pilots, like what was it like? If there was any conversation that made me do it, this is gonna make me sound like an insane person, but in order to process things, I go on a walk and I talk to myself for like hours. And I would like go research, like, oh, it's this. And then I would like go try on that idea. Be like, oh, you have to do this and this and this. And like, well, what if I had a job? Or what if I did this? And then I have to like go walk out and take like a 5-mile walk and just talk to myself about like, how would that play out or how might it play out? So I just kind of walked around parks muttering to myself. That was a conversation that made me do it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You don't even need anyone else to make you decide.
No.
So when you told your friends and family that you'd made the decision to endeavor flight school, what did they think of that?
Oh, like my family loved it. I think they were waiting for something like that to happen, hoping. They're very supportive, very, very, very supportive. But the idea of like having a stable job where I could like have health insurance and retirement and like a little bit more certainty is not the right word, but yeah. So my family was really excited and curious about it. Honestly, my friends were like, all right, cool. Like, that's awesome. It sucks that you're leaving New York and like, we'll catch up and talk and stuff, but they really don't care about aviation at all. So we talk about other stuff.
So for you, what risks, if any, did you feel were associated with kind of starting training at Sling?
Well, I mean, of course, there's always financial risk for that kind of major change. Felt it was pretty well mitigated, so I decided to go forward with it. I guess the biggest one was I left New York and all my stuff and my friends and the rest of my friends live in Minnesota. My family lives in Minnesota. And I went to a brand new place with nothing and no one here, hoping that I wouldn't be absolutely miserable and isolated going to a brand new spot, which I think maybe if I had chosen the wrong place to go to, absolutely could have happened. There is a really cool community here, so it didn't.
So we've kind of touched on some of it already, but did you make any big changes to come here?
Yeah, I got rid of my apartment. I packed everything up into a rented minivan. Yeah, said goodbye to a lot of cool people in New York. My cat that I had since a kitten, it's been at my parents' house for the last year and a half. There are very few things that were true about my life like 2 years ago that are still true now. Like it's very, very different.
With those unknowns, how did you end up convincing yourself to still do it?
I didn't convince myself to do it. Once the idea was in my head, it seemed really cool. My understanding of it seemed really cool. All that like researching that I was doing, I was looking for a reason not to do it, and then I didn't find that reason. So I said, I guess I'm doing this now.
For anyone who's watching this video who's on the fence about starting flight training or specifically joining Sling Pilot Academy, what advice do you have for them?
Start early. And that could mean a couple different things. One, if you can't make that type of decision right now, like you have to wait until the future to actually be able to focus on this full time or really close to full time, then get started on like ground school. But if you can make that kind of decision to just like, I'm gonna drop what I'm doing and start doing this now, do it now. Oh, and also like go take a discovery flight. Come take a discovery flight with me. 0.7 hours in the sky, flying around PP.
Since you've taken this big leap of faith, what's been the biggest reward that you've felt so far?
Solid like finishing line. It's not the only finishing line, but it's like I made it to a job where I get paid to fly airplanes. That's so cool. Getting brand new students who had never flown before and then training them and then seeing them solo a plane.
Where do you see this leap of faith taking you in the next 5 years?
I'm not really motivated by like getting to an end result. I want, after this job, to get another job where I can learn a whole bunch, basically build my career by being more knowledgeable, just like a better pilot. And then I want to have that job until I kind of stop learning. You know, you learn a lot and then there's kind of a point of diminishing returns. I just want something where I can keep learning and keep getting better. I'm not in a huge rush to get like the dream job because I don't even know what the dream job is.
How do you feel now compared to when you first enrolled?
I feel a lot more relaxed and at ease.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't like, I was just joking with someone the other day where like I had someone in a check ride while I was doing IACRO with someone else, and like they were nervous and had a lot of questions, and I was like, man, I thought all the check ride nerves were gonna be gone after I'd get them, but you just like have it for other people.
What does success in aviation mean to you?
Taking off and then landing. Landing the plane without causing undue hazard to people or property. I invested a lot of time and money into this, and it would be seeing a return on that with a job that pays that stuff back and allows me to do the things that I want to do that got me into the career in the first place. A little bit of free time, a little bit of extra money, and more time to spend with family and friends.
Good luck, and I hope you reach that success for yourself soon. And thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for watching. We hope you were inspired. If you have any other questions about taking your very own leap of faith, drop a comment and we'll get it answered. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We really appreciate it.